Are you an SSS member but don't have an SSS online account yet? In this video, I will share with you the easy steps for SSS online registration. So what is My.SSS? My.SSS is an easy-to-use online service portal of the SSS website that enables registered SSS members to check or access your social security records online safely and conveniently. So who can register to My.SSS? SSS encourages all members to register for an online account at My.SSS. You can sign up for an online SSS account if you are an employee with SSS coverage, if you are self-employed, if you are a voluntary member, if you are an OFW member, if you are an unemployed spouse with at least 1 month posted SSS contribution. You can also register to My.SSS if you are a kasambahay or other household employee, and you can register to My.SSS if you are an employer. How do we use or access My.SSS? It's very easy to access My.SSS. All you need is a smartphone, tablet, laptop, or computer that is connected to the internet. That means you can do transactions with the SSS anytime and anywhere without going through the hassle of going to an SSS branch and standing and waiting in long lines. Why should we register to My.SSS? Here are some of the benefits of using My.SSS. You can view, download, and print your SSS membership records. You can check your SSS contribution online. You can file SSS salary loan and SSS maternity application online. You can check your SSS loan repayment records. You can view details on your SSS benefit claims. And you can also schedule appointments with an SSS branch. But again, before you can do that, you need to register first to My.SSS online facility. So how do we register in My.SSS? So these are the steps, but before that, please take note that you have to use Internet Explorer version 11 because that's what is compatible with the SSS website. Although you can also use other browsers like Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, or Safari, but again, this is most compatible with Internet Explorer 11. So step 1. Go to www.sss.gov.ph, then click Member Registration, and we need to fill out the required information in the SSS online registration form. Now let me take you to the SSS website so I can show you the SSS online registration form. Okay, so we're here at the SSS official website. It's at www.sss.gov.ph. So since we are not registered yet, assuming that we are not registered yet, we are not going to fill out this user ID and password boxes yet. There are 2 ways to find the SSS online registration form. The first is by clicking this. So it says here, not yet registered in My.SSS. Click here and you'll get to this online member user ID registration, or you can hover your mouse to My.SSS and click registration and then click member registration. So you'll get to the same page. So here, please select one information as reported to SSS to register. So to register, you need to choose one of these options. So the first option is savings account number, Citibank cash card, UBP quick card, UMID or ATM savings account number registered in SSS. So that's the first option. So if you have that, then you may choose this option. The number 2 option is mobile number registered in SSS. So again, it is the number that you have used when you registered or signed up or applied for an SSS number. Third option is UMID card. The fourth option is the employer ID number or household employer ID number. And the fifth option is through payment reference number, SBR number, or payment receipt transaction number. So for example, you have paid your SSS contribution before and you have the payment reference number or payment receipt transaction number and you want to choose this option. Just click it and then it will direct you to the next page. So in this page, you will have to fill out the online member user ID registration form. So supply the information required like the CRN, common reference number, or SSS number. Then type your email address and confirm it here. Enter your preferred user ID and confirm your preferred user ID. Make sure that you don't use the following characters. So enter your surname or last name, your given name, middle name, date of birth. For your date of birth, make sure that you use or you select your birth date in this box. Enter your mailing address. Select your municipality or city and choose your barangay. If you have your payment reference number, since this is what we have chosen in the 5 options in the previous page, then you have to enter your PRN or SBR number or payment transaction number here. After that, you have to enter the code which is shown here. So enter it here in this box and make sure it is correct. Then click this box to accept the terms of service and click submit. That was the first part of the SSS online registration form. Just a few reminders: if your last name or given name exceeds the character limit, just use the format of your name on your SSS ID or UMID card. You may contact SSS through its hotline at 920-6446-255 if you don't have your ID card right now. And you can leave the middle name field blank if you have no middle name, as it is not a required information. To input your date of birth, use the drop-down calendar to prevent an error in your SSS online registration. If you have chosen UMID card in step 1, the online form will ask for your UMID card PIN code. And if you don't have the PIN code yet, you have to activate your UMID card first in the SSS information terminal at select SSS branches. Then again, you have to enter the CAPTCHA code at the bottom of the page and tick the small box next to I accept the terms of service so that you can click submit and go to the next part of the registration. Step 3, a verification link will be sent to your email address. So it looks like this. So open your email inbox. Open the message from no reply at sss.gov.ph with the subject SSS website email validation. Then click the verification link to proceed with your SSS online registration. So step 4, continue filling out the SSS online registration form. So this is just a continuation. This page will ask for additional information such as your contact number, your preferred user ID, password, employment status, receipt number from the S5 SSS registration form, or an employer ID number. Here are some reminders when you're creating a password. It must be at least 8 alphanumeric characters with at least 1 numeric character, no special characters, and it must be different from your user ID. It may be different from time to time, but just follow the instructions. It will show up on the screen when you are filling out the form or when you're creating a password, so just read it and follow the instructions carefully. After you have submitted the form, you will be taken to a page that says your registration has been submitted, and you will be informed once the validation is done. Take note that the validation may take 24 hours to a few days. Step 5. Once the verification is complete, SSS will send you an email stating that your registration was successful. The email will also come with your dedicated user ID and password, which you will use when you log in to the my.sss online portal. So what should you do when your SSS online registration is unsuccessful? Well, you may try doing it again using another registration option. Remember, there are 5 options in step 1. Or you can email SSS at online service assistance at sss.gov.ph for assistance. Step 6, assuming that your online registration to SSS was successful, you may try logging in to your SSS online account by entering your correct user ID and password. To log into my.sss, we have to go back to sss.gov.ph, and in this page, we have to choose member login if we are a member, or click employer login if you are an employer. So since I'm a member, I'm going to choose or click member login, and I'm going to enter my user ID and password. I'm going to click submit. I am now successfully logged in to my SSS online account, and I can now see my profile information. I can access my SSS contribution, apply for salary loan, and submit notification or file benefits. And I can now also generate my own payment reference number for when I'm going to pay my SSS contribution. To log out from my.sss, just click the logout button here. In case you forgot your user ID or password, just click this button and just follow the instructions on how to retrieve your user ID or password.